Yeah. Sometimes I get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't
Who are
know,
the
my
top
rap, but
25
the
single-hit
overnight.
acting wonders? We often talk about the wonders of one hit in music. Shout out to Natalie Imbruglia, Men Without Hats and the rest of the band. However, there are also one-hit acting wonders. For this exercise, here's how to amazingly define a casting stroke. They are actors who became successful with only one role. We're talking about commercial success, not critical success. Also, roles spread over multiple films still count. Finally, we are only talking about the main roles. If an actor has a small role in another hit movie or TV show, it doesn't count. With all that said, here are the biggest single game acting surprises. 1 of 25. Paul Hogan. Australians are all over American movies these days, although they usually hide their accents. However, back in the day, Hogan was primarily known for playing the archetypal Australian boy. Crocodile Dundee was a huge hit, but the two sequels, especially the long-delayed third film, failed to live up to the success of the first film. Hogan will forever be Mick Dundee in our eyes. 2 of 25. Rachel Lee Cook. Cook captivated audiences as an actress opposite Freddie Prinze Jr. in She's Everything. After that, she got the chance to play the role of Josie in Josie and the Pussycats. That movie is really a lot of fun, but it was a big flop. This essentially ended Cook's film career, leaving She's All as one of his true successes. Cook has now become a major Hallmark Netflix romantic comedy. 3 of 25. Alex Winter. Keanu Reeves has become one of the most iconic movie stars. He is Neo. He is John Wick. Of course, he's also Ted Logan in the Bill and Ted movies. Who plays Bill S. Preston, ESQ, although that would be Winter, who didn't quite branch out like her co-star. At least Winter and Reeves are teaming up for the third film in the series. 4 of 25. Rupert Grint. In fact, Daniel Radcliffe and Emma Watson are still trying to escape the gravity of playing in the Harry Potter series. They have been somewhat successful, but Grint has not been so successful. The redhead is still primarily remembered as Ron Weasley, the third member of the original trio in the Harry Potter universe. 5 of 25. Mark Hamill. Sure, Hamill has loved voicing the Joker in animated movies, but it's a small role that people don't see him in. Plus, it's not like their original released movies. Well, we guess Hamill will have to settle for Luke Skywalker, perhaps the most iconic character in cinema. 6 of 25. Ralph Macchio. Macchio is in My Cousin Vinny, which is a good and successful movie, but he has a small role. It doesn't count as a lead role because he's neither Joe Pesci nor Marissa Tomei. He is not even Fred Gwynne. Macchio can claim to be known as Daniel LaRussa, aka the Karate Kid. There's a reason he's playing LaRussa again on YouTube Cobra Kai right now. 7 of 25. Edward Furlong. Furlong had not acted in a film before playing John Connor in Terminator 2, Judgment Day. He then appeared as a lead character in a hit film sequel. However, Furlong was never able to truly recapture that success. His film career fizzled out and he never became a successful actor as an adult. 8 of 25. Robert Patrick. We talked about the one-hit wonders of Terminator 2. Furlong played one of the main protagonists, perhaps the main antagonist, but Patrick himself has a heavy role. As the shape-shifting liquid metal T-1000, it's Patrick who terrorizes John and Sarah Connor before finally being brought down by Arnold Schwarzenegger. 9 out of 25. Linda Blair. Although she was buried under makeup, We all remember Blair from her role in The Exorcist. Vomiting pea soup sticks to us. After that, however, he mostly found himself in B-movies and exploitation films like Hell Night and Chain Heat. 10 of 25. Piper Prabhu. Prabhu entered the scene by acting in a film with the odd title Ugly Coyote. It seemed to bode well for the young actor, but lead roles basically dried up. To be fair, Prabhu starred in 75 episodes of the US show Covered Affairs, but it's not even one of the top 5 characters welcome shows in the US. 11 of 25. Patrick Fugit. Almost Famous featured 2 young actors in lead roles. On the one hand, there was Kate Hudson, who became, at least for a while, a romantic comedy star and a total hit. On the other hand, there is Fugit, who starred as Cameron Crowe's personal actor in the film. His star did not rise like Hudson's. He managed to play the role of love interest in the well-received comedy Rescued. And he also got another role from Crowe in We Bought a Zoo, but he's mostly just turned into an actor. That's not a bad thing, but the second strike never came. 12 of 25. Jennifer Grey. Yes, Gary had a hand in the definitive success of Ferris Bueller's Day Off, but he's nowhere near it. He's star of that film. She did get her big starring role, though, in Dirty Dancing, which she got a Golden Globe nomination for. Since then the most notable thing of her career, somewhat fittingly, is the fact that she won a season of Dancing with the Stars. Nobody put Baby in the corner that season. 13 of 25. Marlee Matlin. Matlin made a ton of history in the film Children of a Lesser God. Not only did she become the youngest ever winner of the Best Actress Oscar, but she also did it as a deaf actor. When she got the role in the film, she was the first deaf actor to get a leading role in a major motion picture since the silent era. Unfortunately, Matlin's career dropped off after that, but she did have a memorable role in an episode of Seinfeld. The success of Coda, though, might make the argument to take her off this list. 14 of 25. Jim Varney. Jim Varney is Ernest, and Ernest is Jim Varney. It's the role that made him an icon. Varney starred as the well-meaning doofus in so many films. When he wasn't playing Ernest P. Worrell, Varney did the voice of Slinky Dog in the Toy Story movies prior to his death. Those were big hits, obviously, but it was just voice-over work, and Slinky wasn't really a main character. Do you know what I mean, Vern? 15 of 25. Peter Ostrom. We didn't want to put too many child actors on this list. Oftentimes they end up only really getting to star in one film, and some of them don't even continue acting. That was the case for Ostrom, who played Charlie Bucket in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. While he was overshadowed by Gene Wilder as the titular Wonka, he was ostensibly the protagonist of the film. After making Willy Wonka, though, Ostrom basically stopped acting, becoming a veterinarian instead. 16 of 25. Dennis Christopher. There were a few notable actors in Breaking Away. Jackie Earle Haley, Daniel Stern, Dennis Quaid. The actual main character, though, was played by Christopher. He won a BAFTA for Most Promising Newcomer, but that never came to fruition. Quentin Tarantino cast him in Django Unchained, so you know he had fallen by the wayside as an actor. Unfortunately, Christopher didn't get the same boost that others have gotten from Tarantino. 17 of 25. Alicia Silverstone. This may feel crazy on the surface, but it's true. Silverstone, if we aren't counting Aerosmith music videos, has basically been a one-hit wonder. You may not realize it because her role as Cher Horowitz in Clueless is one of the most iconic in the 90s. After that, though, she played Batgirl in the loaded Batman and Robin, and after that she was never really a star again. 18 of 25. Shannon Elizabeth. This is maybe a stretch, but only because we can't really say that Elizabeth was a true lead in a hit. We're giving her credit for playing Nadia in American Pie, which was certainly a notable role in a big hit comedy. That role, which has not aged well either, was pretty much the peak. She did have a recurring role late in the run of that 70s show, and she also showed up on Dancing with the Stars, but American Pie was the pinnacle for Elizabeth. 19 of 25. Anthony Perkins. Perkins was nominated for Best Supporting Actor for Friendly Persuasion in 1956, but that movie wasn't necessarily a huge hit, and it hasn't really lasted. Nobody hears Perkins' name and thinks Friendly Persuasion. No, they immediately think Norman Bates. Perkins is forever attached to that role, so much so that he ended up playing Bates in 3 Psycho sequels. They also let Perkins direct the third one, which was nice. 20 of 25. Hayden Christensen. Look, most people don't like Attack of the Clones or Revenge of the Sith. Critically, they are largely failures. But they also made a ton of cash. Like it or not, Christensen starred in 2 hit films as Anakin Skywalker, aka Darth Vader. A lot of people also weren't happy with his performances, which may be why Christensen hasn't had any hits since he lost that lightsaber battle to Obi-Wan. 21 of 25. Jerry Seinfeld. We're moving from movies to TV for the last few names on this list. Yes, Seinfeld is a one-hit wonder. He starred in the biggest sitcom of the 90s, and an all-time hit, but what else has he done beyond that? He didn't have to do anything, because Seinfeld made him richer than anyone could imagine. That's what lets him spend his days getting coffee with comedians on a whim. 22 of 25. David Schwimmer. Some of the main cast members of Friends, like Jennifer Aniston, went on to movie stardom. Even Matthew Perry had the whole 9 yards, which was a success. Schwimmer, though, hasn't really done much since playing Ross. Is it because everyone hates Ross and yet because teenagers love watching Friends on Netflix, he's still a bigger name than a lot of people currently starring on hit TV shows. Also, he's super rich. 23 of 25. Rainn Wilson. The failure of the movie The Rocker may be indicative of the fact that people are alone really able to accept Wilson in one role. He's Dwight Schrute. He'll always be Dwight Schrute. That's not a bad thing. Wilson got to play an indelible TV character. They tried to give him a spin-off. Small roles in the Meg isn't a terrible place to end up, especially since, like Friends, The Office remains super popular. 24 of 25. Josh Holloway. Lost had a pretty big ensemble of main characters. We can probably include Jack, Kate, Locke, Benjamin Linus, et al. However, the big 3 were really Jack, Kate, and Sawyer. Holloway is the one who played Sawyer, and he certainly made his impact on the huge hit. Since then, though, unless you watched Colony, which you probably didn't, you probably haven't seen Holloway on your screen anytime recently. 25 of 25. Adam West. West should have had a couple of hits, because the sitcom pilot he starred in for Look Well, which was written by Conan O'Brien and Robert Smigel, should have taken off. Instead, West has to settle for being the first actor remembered for playing Batman. West chewed the scenery in the campy comedy Take on the Caped Crusader, but he was fantastic as it. He still got to be a legend, even if he spent so much of his time on screen under a cowl. Being a one-hit wonder isn't a bad thing. You can still do great things in that limited space. Who are the top 25 singers?
Tough, I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me. But let's be real anxiety can foggy all this stuff. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough.